call Bloom. You can call Bloom, call Bloom. You can call Bloom.
All right, hey everybody, my name's Chris Dykes. I'm here with Ever Better, also Clear Blue Design. It's a software company that I started 10 years ago. We've got different software products, and the latest one that I really want to talk to you about today is Ever Better, where it came from, what it does, how it can help you. I'm also here with Kellen today, who's going to be helping me out and going to be telling him a little bit about what Ever Better is and how it came to be.
I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. So please take it away. I want to hear all about this. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so it started, it's kind of nerdy and kind of, it just is what it is. But 18 years ago, I thought it was 15 years ago, but I started looking through my old files and found spreadsheets of my habits going back 18 years. So I started tracking the things that I wanted to do on, whether it's a daily basis, some time period. I just have that personality, like whatever, I like to check boxes. I like to scratch things off lists. I like to know, like exactly what I'm doing. And it helps me to keep things going, do the right things. So yeah, 18 years ago, I started a spreadsheet. I used that daily for, more than a decade before I even started thinking about, okay, apps are way more prevalent now. So I guess it was like 2006, 2005 when I first started tracking my stuff on a spreadsheet. Then I was like, this is absurd, because I was pulling it up on my phone and I would have like a, Google sheet and I'm trying to enter this information. So I was like, there's got to be an app out there that does this and does it well. And I couldn't find anything that did it even decently. There's a bunch of them out there, but none of them made it to where I could replace my spreadsheet. I had gone through all these iterations of like, I generated a daily score, which kept me motivated, so like I would get a score every day. Like, you got a 90 today, you got an 80 yesterday, you got a, so-and-so. So like that was a big part of it. And then I had learned a bunch of stuff about what motivates me to keep doing the things that I want to do. Whether it's exercising or, doing the things that I need to do to keep my mind sharp, all those things. And, we ended up breaking it down into, and this goes back years as well, into 3 categories, like mind, body, and spirit, the 3 things that you want to, elevate and make sure that you're taken care of on a day-to-day basis. And then, like the things that you want to do to make that happen. So yeah, I couldn't find anything that was even close to what I wanted. So I kept using my spreadsheet. And then I had started Clear Blue Design, which is a software company 10 years ago. My business partner, Peter Philipchik, and I started it. And, we make custom software. We pride ourselves on good design. So like we put a lot of effort into the UI, UX, and just making sure the experience is great for users. So we were like, we can do this better than any of the ones that are out there. So we built it ourselves kind of as a side project. And yeah, we launched it recently and we're excited about, it works for us. It's the first thing that, we've done a lot of apps for different clients and everything, but it's the first thing that we've built that if you took it away from me, I would be seriously bummed. I would be like, well, now what do I do?
So here's a question I got for you. So it sounds phenomenal. What's your target audience for it?
Yeah, so I mean it's not for everybody, for one, just because, but it's potentially for any group of people. But it's I realize that there's lots of different personality types out there. Like if you've taken a personality test, it's like there's certainly a personality, probably mine, that really likes to track things and really likes to be on top of what they're doing. So I think that's, and it comes down to like, I guess kind of like perfectionist type personalities, sure. People who want to be in shape, people who want to do the right things for themselves, but also kind of like the pressure of tracking something and getting a daily score.
So along with that, what was your, and I always ask this, from my side as well, what was your favorite part of this process creating this app? Was it a certain part you were like, hey, I'm on to something? When did that
so
switch?
I mean, it's kind of two things. One, it goes back to 18 years ago when I was just learning about what drove me. But then, kind of crazily, like we got to the part where we made the decision, like let's make the app. There's nobody else who's done it, and we've got all this background knowledge about what we want to build. So, but we did stick to our method for building apps, which is important to us, and we have a methodology for designing. And even with all of my background knowledge, going through that creative process, we made 20 different decisions that took us down different paths. And I didn't think that would happen because I thought I knew everything that I needed to know about it. Yeah. But it was super interesting to see that happen and to see us end up with what we did.
I always look at it like those fitness apps, and that's what it's considered, right? It's considered a fitness tracking.
Yeah, you could say fitness for for mind, body, and spirit. So like I've got one to meditate every day, meditate for 10 minutes every day. I've got, attend a church service. Nice. I've got, some of those things that more feed my spirit. And then I've got the things like play guitar, do pull-ups. So like anything from mind, body, spirit, fitness, you can look at it from that perspective.
Now that is different. Because I mean, you see a lot of, most apps I usually run into in the gym, Peloton stuff, like things of that nature, or even Fitbit, but that's tracking, health, like heart rate, stuff like that. That is a complete twist to everything, because I wouldn't think of mind, body, soul, or mind, body, spirit, and just be like, oh, okay, so these things that are feeding not just muscles and endurance, this is feeding all of you. Yeah, your whole body, your whole being. So like it's at a layer a little bit higher, and it doesn't mean that there's not benefit to even some of those, like doing fitness tracking, but you would maybe like log it, and it's super easy to use. So like, I mean, and like I'd use it throughout the day to just kind of log some things. So another one I've got here, just to talk about something beyond, you can also use it for like quitting things or limiting things. So like I've got one here to abstain from alcohol certain number of days a week. Like I enjoy a glass of wine, with dinner, but like, it kind of slows down your evening, and, I got 3 kids. And so like, I don't want to get into a habit of like every night. So just different ways that people have used it, and that I've kind of learned from others as to how I can use it. So for instance, that play guitar, I just hadn't, I mentioned that I hadn't thought of that as like a habit that I wanted to track, but somebody mentioned that they were tracking that. I was like, yeah, I have not, even touched a guitar in 2 months. I should probably do that. One thing that we've learned at Clear Blue Design, like, is that and we've tried to think about it from every perspective, and it's like, no, software is a living thing that needs to be, continuously reassessed and almost reinvented, just like moving and growing as everything else around it moves and grows. And like any software product that you can think of, there's always developers working on it, improving it and making it better. So, that's one of the, that we believe, one of the things that we truly believe, like, we've got to make ever better. Like we've got to be making it ever better, or else it's not going to work. So that's just a little takeaway from just software in general, is just how important it is to always be improving.
Call Bloom. You can call Bloom. You can call Bloom.